Welcome to MTA's Commuter Connections, and for this edition of the program, we're at the Clarence 2 Burns Arena in the Canton area of Baltimore. Here, the proposed Red Line system will operate and provide enhanced travel options for the residents, business employees, patrons, and other commuters who utilize the Red Line service for the travel to destinations all along this line. Tamika Gauvin, MTA Red Line Community Outreach Coordinator, joins us with an update on this future service. Hi, welcome to Commuter Connections.
Jawuana. Thank you for having me.
You have been a busy little bee around town. You're sharing information about the Red Line. So tell us, what is the Red Line? Because trust me, there are folks out there who've heard the buzz, but they don't know exactly what the Red Line's supposed to be.
Well, the Red Line is a proposed project, 14.1 miles of light rail transit that will run between East Baltimore, running through neighborhoods like this one, Canton, traveling through downtown and going west to ending in West Baltimore County, the Woodlawn area.
Wow, so that's a lot of area and territory that you're covering. How did this whole Red Line idea come to be? What was the impetus behind the whole thing?
Well, the Red Line comes out of the 2002 Baltimore Regional Rail System Plan, and it was named as a priority project because it does traverse the east-west corridor that is highly traveled. And so that was where the Red Line was named, again, as a priority project for the region.
So there was extensive study. People went out and they kind of determined that this is something that's definitely needed for the region.
There was an extensive study to make that determination, yes.
I think that's comforting for folks. Now, how many stops are planned along that route?
Well, there are 19 stations, and again, stemming all the way east, Bayview, Highlandtown, here in Canton, and again, going through downtown, we have stations there in West Baltimore community, Harlem Park, West Baltimore Mark, and again, going further west into the West Baltimore County area with stations at SSA, CMS, and there's going to be an I-70 park and ride, but that's a few of the 19 stations that I've just named.
That sounds amazing. So they're going to be connecting not only to places of work, but will it be connecting to existing transit locations?
The Red Line will be connecting, as you mentioned, to existing places of work.
Wow.
I mentioned CMS and SSA.
Yeah.
East, there's Johns Hopkins Bayview campus. In the downtown area, it will connect with the light rail. It will also connect with the Metro.
That's good to know.
And it will connect to our commuter rail, the MARC rail.
So are there any similarities? Because I think there's a concern, there really is, that how similar is the new proposed Red Line to the old light rail? Because you know that it doesn't move very fast, and I mean, I love it, it works, but are there similarities between the two?
The Red Line is going to be a different system. It's going, the vehicle is new, is sleek, is comparable to what we see in some of the latest projects around the country. It's more quiet. It's I mentioned sleek, so it's better for integrating into communities because it's a smaller type of vehicle. It has low floor boarding, so you walk right onto the vehicle instead of boarding, going up steps.
And when you say low floor boarding, again, and people need to understand that right now the current light rail system, you can only access to get in if you're, for instance, an ADA client. You have to go up a ramp and mount it through the front, but this actually pulls up and you are at station level to go right on.
Exactly, so you're stepping right onto the train, no steps, and that makes it easy for ADA reasons. There's not the block that is an existing light rail.
That's important.
That separates the pedestrian from the ADA wheelchairs, etc. So that's a very important distinction.
So where are you in the project? Because a lot of folks, okay, they're listening, they're hearing, okay, it's coming, it's coming. Where are you at this current phase in getting the Red Line out and operational?
Right now we're in the preliminary engineering phase, and this phase follows the many studies and analysis and public hearings that were done around the DEIS phase, the alternatives analysis. In 2009 we announced the locally preferred alternative, and we did some more planning, but right now this phase, preliminary engineering, is where we have this alternative, this Red Line alternative, and we're delving into the design of the project. And so based on this design, we know more about the cost, we know about the construction schedule, lots of specific details, where the locations of the station platforms will be. That's what comes out of this important phase.
It really is. So will the public, because that's the thing, they're like, okay, well, yeah, I gave my opinion, so do I still have a say-so in what happens? Are there opportunities for the communities that are impacted by this decision to still continue to engage you guys?
There are plenty of opportunities. Right now in the preliminary engineering phase, as in with the previous phases, community input has been tremendous. It's been ongoing. Community input will continue past the preliminary engineering phase. We have community liaisons that are hired to stay on through this project, through construction, through operations, or until the line is started. So yes, we are very committed to community engagement. And speaking of engagement, we're coming upon our public meetings, our open houses in June. So this is going to be another key.
So there are events, June. They're going to be able to come out, spend their time, voice their opinion.
There are events where they will be able to come out and come to the meeting. June open houses, we have a number of outreach events that are going on where we have information tables set up. But I do want to emphasize the June open houses that are happening on.
And you have those dates?
I have those dates.
Already set. Oh, well, that's good.
I have those dates.
Okay.
June 6th, June 12th. I skipped one, June 9th, June 12th, and June 16th.
That's great.
So those 4 dates, and if I could tell you a little bit about the open houses, they give the community an opportunity to see the line from end to end. Like I mentioned, we are in preliminary engineering.
Most people only see their phase of it, and they don't know how it's
not end to end.
Exactly.
So there is an opportunity to come out and to see some of the modifications that have been made to the project since the locally preferred alternative was announced in 2009. There's been a lot of work from the team, from communities that have given input. Our station area advisory committees have given input on this process. So you've got a lot of
stakeholders who've all weighed in on this project.
Yes, yes. And so with the open houses, you'll see the end-to-end modifications. You'll also see some of the input that communities have given by the way of our station area advisory committees, who will also be at those open houses to show some of the recommendations that they've developed for the MTA.
That sounds great. Now, here's the best part. Where can people get information? Because they're hearing about this. They're like, I'm excited. I heard the red line's coming in my neighborhood. Who do I call, or where's the website for me to get information? So let's tell folks, where do they need to go?
Sure. BaltimoreRedline.com or www.baltimoreredline.com is our website.
Okay.
But for those who are not connected to the internet, feel free to give me a call at 410-767-0995. And connecting with me, I can connect them to their community liaison for their area, or I can help them myself. I'd be happy to talk to anyone.
And really, I understand you guys also have a Facebook page, so they can go on Facebook and
mention that.
Have conversations and dialogues with people who may not be in their particular area, but finding out additional dialogues that are going on surrounding the meetings.
Yes, so I encourage people to go to our Facebook page. We're also on Twitter, so those are 2 areas where we're also
You guys are very active.
accessible.
You're out there, you're getting the word out. But again, this is still a phase where people can be involved. I mean, the train hasn't left the station, as we would definitely say. There's still opportunities to get input, to find out how it's going to impact you, and also there are business opportunities surrounding the red line, if I'm not correct.
Yes, we do have a workforce development task force that is looking at developing a policy, or is working on, I should say, not looking at, but actively working on a policy for workforce development. And there's also the consideration of how to involve businesses as well. So this task force is working to do that and create a program that would give the residents and businesses in this area an opportunity to be involved in the project and in an economic way.
Well, we'll certainly have to have you come back and give us future updates on the project.
Sure, I will. Thank you.
Thank you.